Hi, this is Bill O'Hanlon, and what I wanted to talk to you about today is how to write a proposal. There are, you have a little leeway with proposal, but there are fairly standard elements to a proposal. And this is how you sell your book. It's sort of a sales brochure for your book. Why you need to do, I used to get frustrated. I had to do a proposal. I just want to write the book. Here's what the book is, just buy it. No, publishers and agents don't have enough time to read your book. Even if you've written the whole thing, they don't want to read it. All they want to read is the short version. They want the condensed version. And this is what a proposal is. It's sort of a sales brochure and a condensed version that advertises or announces your book or summarizes it for them, so they don't have to read the whole book to decide whether they want to buy it, publish it, represent you as an agent, or whatever it may be. So the watchword for this is as short as possible. The watch phrase, I guess, is as short as possible, but still complete. If you could do a proposal in 10 pages, that would be great. Now, it's going to be really hard to do a proposal in 10 pages. I've done ones that are 120. I've seen ones that are, 150. That seems crazy. That's almost a book. But if you can get it shorter, 30 pages, 60 pages, that would be great. Now, what goes into a proposal? Very simply. Title page tells them what it is. This is a proposal for this book. You put on the top left-hand corner, proposal, book proposal. The title, the subtitle, your name. If you have an agent that represents you, that agent's name and contact information. If you don't, your name and contact information if you're pitching it to an agent or directly to a publisher. That's the title page. So that orients them. Here's what this is. Next thing is an overview. If you can make it one page. Now, here's the challenge. Everything in a proposal is double-spaced. I used to just go crazy first. I used to try and make it 1.5 spaces save paper because I'm a ecologically aware guy. It doesn't matter. Now sometimes you send these over email, so I guess that would save that. But most of the time you print them out. They want them double-spaced. Why? I guess it's because it's easier for editors and agents to read things with double-spaced because they're used to editing. They just don't read it if it's single-spaced. It looks crowded together for them. Or they may want to make comments on it. So everything double-spaced. And on plain white paper using a business font, usually Times New Roman. But if you go outside that, I had somebody submit something to me recently to look over, and it had this weird kind of fancy font, which was cute, but I could barely read it. It should look like a business site. White paper, no cutesy things. It's a business transaction that you're doing when you're doing a proposal, you're doing a book. So you're trying to sell it to someone. So an overview that's as quick as you can make it, as short as you can make it, but still covers the territory. And what do you want to cover in the overview? If you can do it in 1 page, great, but most people, 2 pages, page and a half. It says what, who, and why. What's the book project? What kind of book? Is this a fiction book? Is this a nonfiction? Most of these is used for nonfiction. Memoir? Is it a self-help book? Is it a book about spirituality? What is it? Who are you? Why should you write this book? Why are you qualified? Who are you that you're qualified? And then why should this book project be sold or written or published? Because there's a hole in the marketplace. Next thing is chapter summaries. Title of the chapter and what's in it. Maybe bullet points or a brief paragraph or 2 that summarizes what's in the chapter. Next thing is market and marketing section. That is, what's the market for this book? Who's going to buy it? What people are going to buy it? And is there really a need for this book? So you've got to convince them that there is. And you'll say, of course, everyone should want this book. But no, you have to make a more convincing argument. There's a real market out there for this project, this book project. And then how are you going to help with the marketing? Do you have an email list? Do you have a website? Do you have a blog? Do you have a podcast? Do you have a snail mail list that you can mail out to people? Are you teaching seminars? Are you doing speaking engagements? Do you have a television show, a radio show? Anything you can do to market it. Do you know Bill Clinton and he'll endorse it for you? Anything that will market the book for you. All right? Next is a small section called manuscript specifics. And that is, how many pages is it going to be? Do you need any permissions for cartoons or art or poems that you're going to put in there? And when can you deliver the manuscript? And usually it's a year. You just make it up. But usually it's a year. Next thing, and the last thing is a bit of sample writing. You're going to give them a sample. If you haven't ever published a book before, they're going to want a longer sample to see whether you can truly write. If you've published some books before, maybe you could get away with a sample chapter or maybe a part of a chapter. But usually you're going to want some substantial thing to show them the flavor of this book, not your previous books if you have previous books, and what's going to be in it. If there's going to be checklists in it, put some checklists in your sample writing. If there's going to be cartoons in it, put a cartoon in your sample writing. If there's going to be call-out boxes or sidebars, put those in your thing. If there's going to be a quotation at the beginning of the chapter, put that in your sample writing. It's supposed to be representative of the best you can do. So you might choose something from the middle of the book. Usually not from the beginning of the book, because you'll already do that in the overview. Something that gives them a sense this book is at least written adequately and hopefully really well written. Get all this edited, no typos, no grammatical errors, and the best writing that you can muster and that you can get edited out of you. So that's the elements of a proposal. It's pretty straightforward. Don't go too far afield from this to get too creative. No like pink paper or anything like that. No cutesy stuff. If you've got things to support your marketing claims or the market, put that in there. It might be DVDs of television appearances, audio, CDs of audios of you being on radio shows. That's great. Reprints of articles. Don't overwhelm them, but put the key elements in there. And this will help you sell your book. So I hope this has been helpful for you. This is Bill O'Hanlon of BillO'Hanlon.com, which is my main website. And then if you want to go to the website that's about writing books and getting them published, it's bookpublishingpath.com. Thanks.